Bull or bear? Man, she falls on the floor, comes up a bull. I'm going to leave it at that. Wasn't my favorite coin anyway. Good evening, folks. What's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Take a look at this. 518, 91 degrees. Man, that's hot for this time of year. Strange weather, but that's what we're going to get this time of year in Florida. October is going to be a weird month. We'll start to cool down around November. Most of you locals know that. But for you new folks here in South Florida, November, around Thanksgiving is when we start to see cooler weather. And my understanding is with the El Nino or El Nino, whatever we're having, I forget, I confuse the two, is that we're probably in South Florida going to see some cooler, wetter weather. All right, well, let's get into some serious stuff. And by the way, I was out last week. Man, I got my butt kicked by a viral flu, whatever the hell you want to call it. I didn't get tested or anything like that, but knocked the crap out of my intestinal area and just soreness, chills, the whole 9 yards. I guess we're just going to have to go through with the continuation of this thing just evolving into different things, or maybe I got something else. I don't think it was food poisoning, though. But no less, folks out there, let's talk about gold and silver, platinum, and see what's going on. Are we at a black swan event right now? And when I'm talking about a black swan event, here's the definition, basically, of a black swan. The central idea is that a black swan is that rare events cannot be estimated from empirical observations since they are rare, which means that events that are considered black swan events can't be factored in. They can't be factored into future financial planning. They can't be factored into how banks and Wall Street and how commodities markets operate by trying to anticipate what is going to happen in markets and such. So that is what a black swan is, a totally unanticipated event. And is that what we've got going on with right now with the Gaza Strip in Israel? Yes, we do. This is kind of a black swan event. Now, can we say that nobody knew what was going on out there? This was completely surprising? No. I mean, we all know that the intelligence of Israel and the intelligence of the United States, Russia, and all these countries is top notch. Really. They keep an eye. They know what things are going on. But this operation, I think, really caught everyone by surprise. And for those that it did not catch by surprise, I think a lot of people just underestimated the power of a small group of people that. Well, anyways, let's not get into that. That's a whole different thing as far as morals and taking sides on this whole war issue. And the truth of the matter is, for me, I don't take any sides on war. I think war is just plain evil. I think that for how smart we are supposed to be, we're still killing each other. I mean, come on. And again, the blame lays wherever power is, and regardless of what size the power is. All right, who suffers is the people suffer, the working class suffer. But I'm going to get out of that. Is this the black swan event that has caused gold and silver to kind of just go crazy all of a sudden? Is that what we've seen this week? I don't think so. I really don't. I think to some degree that current prices that we're seeing is hold on. Let me back up here. That was my screeching wheel noise. Let me back up here just a real brief second here and explain to everyone that this is really what causes gold, silver, and platinum to maintain their value and continue to go up, and why you own gold, silver, and platinum. I'm not going to say platinum too much. I'm a little embarrassed for being pro-platinum right now, but I will be vindicated at some point. But no less, the reason you want to own gold, the reason you want to own silver is because of this chart right here. Simply for this chart, no other charts, no black swan events. I mean, even though that can cause prices to go up, I'm going to discuss that in a moment. This is what you got right here, folks. This is this year. All right, this is 9 months. Take a look at this consumer price index for all urban consumers, purchase power of the consumer dollar. This is an official government chart too, and I'm sure it's worse than this. This is the chart they don't talk about much. Nobody talks about this chart, but look at this, folks. This is just, there is no bump upward. There is no recovery or temporary recovery in this line whatsoever. And again, this is the primary reason if you buy gold, silver, and platinum, even though you may have had your heart sunk a few times here, trust me, especially in silver, folks, because it's such a highly manipulated BS market, derivatives paper market, but that'll come to an end. You'll be happy you own silver. But this is why you own precious metals here, not US dollars and other assets that are directly tied to the value of dollar. You don't want to own anything that's directly tied to the value of the dollar, all right? Well, here you go. This is where the dollar's going. This is where your purchasing power going. And you can kind of see on charts where gold, silver, and platinum is going in the long term. All right, let's just take a look at the numbers because that's what I haven't talked about. Man, it's been well over a week, 10 days, 12 days. I don't know what it is since I've done a video. Again, I was pretty much out of commission last week and busy on top of it, go figure. But I did manage to feel better by Friday and go fishing up in Sebastian on Saturday and Sunday. So there's my admission. Could have done a video, but I went fishing instead. 1932.78 market is closed right now. 22.74 in silver, 884.19 in platinum. Now, what is this prices, these up prices that we've been seeing here? And I believe we bounced off the lows. Again, don't underestimate these scumbags in the Crimex markets as far as knocking these prices down again. The prices derived here are all derived on really a crooked marketplace. But again, if you don't play, you can't win. And if you're going to buy if you're going to buy a commodity or anything, you want to buy it on the cheap. And they knock it down, folks. They don't knock it up. The crooked Crimex folks knock it down, not up. At least yet. When they knock it up, we'll all benefit quite frankly from that. But you're going to have to know when to get out. But look at these prices: 1932.78, 22.75, 884.19. We were knocking on almost the high 20s there for a little bit, low 21s on silver. So silver up a couple bucks, nice, nice rebound here. Again, I don't think about this. What would the price of silver, what would this black swan, this current black swan event that is happening right now with the Gaza Strip in Israel, what would this have effect on the price of silver? Really nothing, folks. Why are we seeing the price of silver up substantially? Well, I'll tell you why. Is because they've already knocked it down as far as they're going to go, and they've got bigger fish to fry because these banks do have to deal with the price of gold going up. Gold, for example, I expect a bid on gold going up in kind of a black swan event. Maybe, people are going to be a little more cautious. They're going to buy gold as a hedge against a falling dollar or other falling currencies worldwide. Gold is more of a worldwide market, all right? So I expect a bid up on these recent black swan news events like the Israeli-Palestine deal going on right now. I expect gold to get a bid in that environment. Silver and platinum, not really. And platinum's actually been performing quite poorly, which is kind of leading me to believe that platinum is really a highly industrial metal, and again, probably highly screwed with as well because it's such a small market like silver. But no less, platinum really hasn't gotten the bids I thought it will. But I still think platinum is super cheap. Silver, again, what does it have to do with Israel? What does it have to do with the Hamas and Gaza? What does it have to do with people concerned with a black swan event like that? People concerned with oil prices going dramatically. People concerned with world global wars. What does silver have to do with that? I mean, really, to some degree. People buy gold for that reason, and that's why I think we're seeing the bid up on gold. Mostly, gold, I think, has had the greatest increase so far. I mean, if you think about it, we're up, 1932, we're up over $100 in gold. That's a pretty big increase. Silver, not quite so much. But I believe that silver has already bounced off its low. Doesn't have a lot to do with what's going on with this, political environment with Israel and Palestine. Same with platinum. I don't know what platinum's reacting to anything at all. It just seems kind of be dead in the water, moving a little bit. My platinum tell, by the way, that I've talked about for quite some time, where I thought I could show that platinum was kind of leading the way, whether it was going up or down, completely dead. Last 2 weeks, dead. Platinum wasn't a tell on anything. In fact, if there's been any tell lately, it's been the price of gold. And like I said, folks, that may have more to do with the black swan event, people hedging their bets, buying gold. But the price of silver being up like it is, Nothing more than purely derivative paper prices, and we've probably already seen our lows in silver. Maybe. Some people don't necessarily believe that, especially some chart people that are looking at charts saying, well, we think there's one more low for silver. But not all chartists. And again, I think chart people are forgetting the fact that the people that manipulate these markets use the charts, and they use them against the chartists and against the people that are betting, all right? And I don't know how to explain that. I guess the best way to explain that, imagine you're a crooked casino, all right? And you know how all the particular players are going to bet. Well, that's hang on. All right, well, here. I tend to go down these rabbit holes. I'm going to stay focused with what I'm doing. All these metals still a great buy, folks. Gold, silver, and platinum. Premiums are absolutely down on all this stuff. Take a look at the 24-hour markets. You can see that the biggest increase basically was this morning, man. Look at the price of gold, or look at the price of silver. Again, nothing to do. Silver generally kind of flat there through this whole crisis that's been going on since this happened. But silver's starting to jump up dramatically this morning. And again, I think we've kind of seen our bottoms. I think that if anything, if the Black Swan event that you would call Israel and Palestine has had any effect on the price of silver, it's probably the effect that people that are playing in silver, the big central banks, are probably thinking that they have bigger problems and bigger issues going on, and that they're going to exit these short positions. They're going to exit the spoofing that they're doing right now and focus on other areas. But again, I digress. I jumped down a whole new rabbit hole. You guys can elaborate more if you want on that in the comment section. Gold, there's your bid right there too. Well, basically up in the morning as well on again, I just think this is nothing to do really so much with the events, and maybe gold a little bit, but I really don't think the prices that we're seeing has much to do with the events that we're seeing in Israel and Palestine right now, to a large degree. It purely has a lot to do with paper positioning in the CRIMEX, COMEX markets, and a derivative bullshit commodities market run by the CME group. And that the guys and that those players right now are letting loose. They're letting it fly. I don't know why. Are they going to jump back in and cap these prices? Well, let's see what happens. All right. Felt like I repeated myself 3 or 4 times there. I probably do. Probably did. Anyway, Ted Butler, great article he wrote recently, but he kind of sums it up perfectly with silver, especially. The absolute key to the 40-year ongoing COMEX silver manipulation has been the ability of 4 and 8 largest commercial shorts to sell short in sufficient and essentially unlimited quantities to the point of capping each and every silver rally over the decades. Therefore, it follows that should the big commercial shorts ever refrain from adding new short positions aggressively on any coming silver price rally, all things being equal, the lack of new shorting would create a selling vacuum and the price of silver will explode. So the real question is right now, folks, with the up prices that we're seeing in silver, again, we've seen it in the last couple of years, $25 silver, a little bit over 25, and then flush it back down to that $20, near $20 level. And again, how many times have we seen that? I don't want to look at the charts, but at least 2 or 3, 4 times we've seen this kind of cycle up, 25, cycle back down. The real question we have to ask ourselves right now, are they done? Are they going to not cap the price of silver at 25? Do they have bigger fish to fry, again, with the economic events caused by this black swan called Israel and Palestine? I mean, there's so many questions here. And I know I probably shouldn't be talking about Ted's proprietary stuff right here that he just put in his newsletter, but I don't think he would mind too much. And Ted says, not for a moment will I deny that my standard refrain over the years, whenever the COMEX market structure has become bullish, minimal commercial shorting like now, was that the big move higher was at hand. And to this point, we have not experienced a big one. But my prior expectations were always logical and for the most part did lead to rallies upon which defensive action could be taken as concentrated short positions of the biggest commercials grew. But it has only been fairly recently that the evidence of growing physical shortage has emerged, and that's a very important change. We've been talking about this for a while. Not physical when it comes to, and we're going to get into best deals, what the good deals are out there right now, folks, but not Listen, the retail gold, silver, and platinum market, I mean, if you combined every retailer in the United States, retail silver seller, wholesaler, whatever you want to say, that sells gold, silver, and platinum bars to the public, all right, not 1,000-ounce bars, not bars that are traded amongst central banks, we are piss hands. We're a small segment of the entire market. So a lot of people say, and it's easy to say right now, Ted Butler's talking about a silver shortage. How can there be a silver shortage? You know why? How can there a silver shortage when Atmex, SD, and JM Bullion, by the way, I beat their prices. This is my advertising part. I'll beat the prices of Atmex, SD, and JM Bullion, and the locals down here. So if you're looking to buy any types of gold, silver, and platinum, between $1 worth to millions of dollars worth, and you live in South Florida, we're the place to come to. All right, there's my advertising. But, you know, Brian, how can silver be so rare when the premiums are so low? Folks, we represent such a small part of that market, like I said. The real lack of silver is out in the 1,000-ounce bar market. And some of you are going to go look and say, well, you know, SD has some 1,000-ounce bars for sale. Folks, again, we are such a small peon pissant part of the real silver gold markets, the retailers out here and the wholesalers. The real markets are made with paper, derivative paper. All right, so you have to understand that. With that said, there is a shortage of silver out there. There's a shortage of 1,000-ounce bars. There's been lack of proper mining out there. Don't forget, we closed mining down at least for a year or two. Not to mention recycling in silver has been just awful. So there is absolutely a silver shortage, despite what your eyes and your ears may tell you, and I'm starting to tell you what the best deals are. Here, where's my sheet? Gosh, I laid it over here somewhere, and there it is, all right? Sorry, not prepared. Best deals out there are, you know, 1-ounce rounds, you know, are costing me around spot plus $1 right now. 10-ounce bars are costing me, kilo bars are costing me plus $1. I usually add $1 to $1.25 over on top of that. So really, retail in small quantities, spot plus $2.25 on 1 ounce, 10-ounce, and kilo bars. 100-ounce bars, holy crap, you know. $1.75 to $2 over spot. You really can't beat that. I mean, premiums are just kind of, you know, really low on these products. Still a great time to buy gold, silver, and platinum. If you're paying more, here, let me give you don't pay more than. Don't pay more than, and again, like I said, Atmex, SD, and Bullion, I'll beat their prices here at my store. You should be able to find a good local dealer that'll beat Atmex, SD, and Bullion. They're the 800-pound gorillas, or a few of them, that are very competitive online. And your local guys should be able to beat the online sellers like we do here. But don't pay more than spot plus, let's say, $2.25 on 100-ounce bars. I sell them for less than that, all right? I'm just saying don't pay more than that. Don't pay more than spot plus, let's say, $1.15, $1.20 or so on 1-ounce rounds. The same thing for 10-ounce bars. And let's see, kilos as well. Great deals on that. Even 90%. I'm going to run a special on 90%. If you live in South Florida and you're listening to me and you come to my store, I've got 90% on sale right now. Just say that you heard Brian say it on the video. Tell my employees that. That while it lasts, while I have it, I have 90% on sale at spot plus $2.50 right now. $0.50 spot plus $2.75. So if you want some 90%, you live in South Florida, come get me while I have it. I'm also going to be running some specials on some other things. Now, as far as gold, don't pay more than spot plus, give me 1 second. I should have done my math. Spot plus 70 plus 30 plus 125. I don't know, 120, 125 bucks over on Gold Eagles. Buffalo should be, don't pay more than spot plus 130. I'm safe at saying that because doing my math in my head is not working out so well for me right now. Krugerrands, I wouldn't pay more than spot plus 90 bucks at the most. Again, I got them cheaper than that. Maples, don't pay more than spot plus, again, 95, 100 bucks or thereabouts, I would say. On Maple Leafs as well. Those seem to be the best deals out there. Gold bars are still in that spot plus 55, 65, 75, 80 bucks, spot plus 80 bucks. And that's it, folks, for best deals and things that you should probably buy or probably shouldn't buy. Don't pay more than some of the numbers I'm giving you. Last week's video was FBI is confiscating gold and silver. I'd like to thank everybody that commented. Got quite a few comments out there. I'll try to answer a few of them. Interesting video, because it's true. FBI is confiscating gold, silver, and things that they find in private safe deposit boxes, and say, listen, if you can't prove you own it, you might be in some trouble. This is why I always tell people, save your receipts. I know, they shouldn't be able to do that to begin with, but save your receipts. Please don't call that particular person a jerk. I know, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Colin Spiller says he asked me why the big online were selling 1 ounce rounds lower than 10 ounce bars. Really, I think it just depends on what they have available to them. Sometimes they're well stocked, they bought a lot, they still have a bunch in stock, they can still sell them at a certain level. Then all of a sudden, when they call to replace their stock, the replacement cost is much higher. That would explain the differences between 1s, 10s, and other products. Really, and it would vary from vendor to vendor, dealer to dealer that you're buying from. You provided more of a non-answer. I hope that answered there, sir. You notice an uptick in people selling smaller silver? No, not really. I haven't seen anybody selling smaller denominations versus larger denominations. The only people I see that's selling gold and silver are people that have to raise money. And it's funny too, they all say, God, I wish I didn't have to sell this. And where else are we going to go here? If yes, a lot of people grab silver. Hey, thank you. I very much appreciate, I'm a fan of your sentences and chancers. You like my F-bombs, okay. Thank you, sir. When you put your money or coins in a vault owned by a bank under the Federal Reserve, which is all of them, you unwilling? Well, that's true. Listen, possession, I know that's probably stupid and not really part of the law, but possession is 9/10 of law. Not really. I'm sure that's not a lawful comment or a lawful statement, but keeping it in your own hands, I can't say enough. Don't have people store your gold, silver, and platinum, folks, and make sure that you have a good safe, not a frickin' gun safe either. Gun safes are not safe. Oh, mine is. No, they're not, folks. They're not. I'm going to do a video about that at some point as well. Oh, my God. Kazil says, I keep repeating the same thing all through the video. Well, Kazil, that's why you have the ability to go to other videos and watch other people that repeat the stuff that you like to hear all the time. So, and I can't say I don't. Sometimes I am a bit repetitive. And again, you can fast forward me, you can not watch me, but there you go. There's an answer to your comment there. And I still believe silver will hit $20. I just don't see it, man. I just think we're on the rebound on the upside. But again, never underestimate these crooked bastards. Folks, I'm going to call it quits right now because I got to grab a bite to eat, and it's been a long day. You can catch me on Twitter. I know. I put this little icon up for my face on Twitter, just because I really don't put my face up there. And then Marcelo, my guy that does all my editing work and everything and a lot of my stuff, put the gold car up there. I guess it's appropriate, but really I got to get something a little more professional up there. Hey, listen, if you want to ask me questions, I don't have too many followers. I don't have too many people asking me questions out here, and it's a great place to catch me. I do eventually take a look and answer questions out here, and I post my videos as well. And that's it, folks. I'm going to call it quits for evening. Have a great weekend. I'm going to go fishing Sunday myself. I'll let you know what I catch on Monday. Hope you have an enjoyable weekend. I try not to catch this damn stomach flu virus, whatever the hell I had last week. But no less, stay healthy, stay happy, and if you're looking to buy gold, silver, and platinum in any quantities between $1 and millions of dollars worth, and you live in South Florida, come visit us 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. Happy to help you out with that. If you don't live in South Florida, you can't find yourself a good local dealer that sells at competitive prices, and you're looking to buy larger quantities of gold, silver, and platinum, give us a call. We can help you through bank wires and traditional forms of secure forms of shipping and secure forms of payment as well. But we don't have a standard website like the other big companies do, but we will beat their prices. And if you live in South Florida, that's a good thing for you. Hey, have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. And hey, thanks for following me. And if you get a chance and you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, hit it at the bottom there. I really appreciate it. And talk to you on Monday, hopefully. Bye now.